Good morning, everyone in the room and on Zoom. We have some good, nice faces in the room, which is always fun. Meet Noah in the back if you haven't met Noah. And then this is Patrick from Amerispec Inspection Services, and he has an office here, our partner inspector. So I was joking, he's been busy doing inspections, so we haven't seen him in a while. So it's good to see you.
And we use Patrick and Cameron for commercials using you, right? Because you just did Giant Burger space.
Giant Burger, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can we even talk about that in open?
I was there. I thought.
I don't think we can say that.
No, Ramona will get Cameron in. But oh, you mean talk about him doing
No,
it?
I think that's
About
under NDA.
never mind.
Oh.
Let's make it worse.
Let's move
I'm
forward.
just making it worse.
In cameras.
All right.
Okay, we have Code of Ethics tomorrow. Taught by our very own Beth Caster. So if you have not taken Code of Ethics within this 3-year period, you should take it. Here, it's 3 credit hours. Lunch will be served. Please register so we have an idea for lunch. But it's a great opportunity to take it taught by Beth. That's it. Show up, be here, have good ethics. Tanya is not here right now, but she has been doing the lead gen huddle. Has anyone in the room been doing the lead gen huddles? Awesome. Tell us about it, Matt. Katie?
You pretty much just show up to the center here and we talk about what we're gonna do. And we meet up afterwards and talk about how we're
Is it motivating? Right? It's like pure, a little bit of accountability.
get something done instead of getting distracted.
Right.
Yeah.
Gives you more of that focus.
Yeah, I
Absolutely.
think that's so important. It just helps you even define your own priority of what you're going to focus on for your lead gen.
Do you guys like exchange ideas or anything?
Yeah, at the end sometimes.
Yeah. Cool.
Awesome. Okay, next slide. With all the new things coming in command, and half of them are here now, Austin is opening more available tech times. So you don't have to remember all these. They're all in KW agents on the sheet, right? And what are they called? Open tech hours or something?
Walk-in hour.
Walk-in tech
and it's
hours.
also on the calendar as well. So, yeah.
Cool. And Austin tried to mix it up. So like if people, different times a day for different people, he will be sitting in his office ready to help during those times specifically. And the more comfortable you get with the tech, right, the more it can work for you. So get comfortable with it. And then our very own Dwight Schwab teaching shift on Thursday. You want to say anything about it?
Well, if any of you don't know, we're in a shift. And there are some things that are happening again that remind me of 1981 and 82 and 2008 and 2009, in that a couple of bank closures happened over the weekend, in fact 3. And so we'll talk about things I've seen in the past recessions and what it means to real estate in the lens of the book Shift, KWRI's book Shift. So should be a good class, will be a good class, right?
Yeah,
it will be a
good class.
And I've
Shift-
taught it a few
oh,
times before already, but I think as we get deeper into it and we start seeing some things start to change in the economy, then it's the things that I'm going to talk about will make a lot more sense.
mhm.
And it's all about trying to get you ready for 23, 24 and what will be happening.
And it's about thriving, not surviving,
Mhm.
right? You don't want to be on the other side, like barely getting by. You want to be thriving.
Yeah,
So-
I always get excited for shifts. I learned after going through several that that's my opportunity to capture market share. That's my opportunity to build much more respect and loyalty from my clients. And one of the things that happens is that people stop calling their newly licensed friends and neighbors and sisters and brothers, and they look for people that have credentials. Doesn't mean you've sold a lot of houses if you're a new agent, but you're associated with an office that did 900 million last year, 1,400 transactions. And when I started in real estate, that was the kind of company I was at. They were #1 in Oregon for a while. And that's the language I talked when I went in, and people said, well, you're fairly new in the business. So either way, the times that we're entering are going to be little bit scary, I think, for some of the notifications if you haven't seen them before, but it's a time to build your business. It's a time to get down and get dirty, and you're going to change your life in the next 2 years.
I like, that could be a new tagline. Get down, get dirty, change your life.
That's right.
There's 12 tactics in the shift book of what to do. And so Dwight will go through those. It's like a Cliff Note version. But if you want a copy of the full shift book, come see me in my office. It's a good book on just what to do more of during the shift in a difficult market, and that can really set you up for success. Okay, next slide. So we have our award event next week. If you are on this list, you'll get a personal invite too. But this is for anyone who got a listing in January and February. We're trying to jumpstart the year. If you got a listing, but for some reason we don't have you up there, we just pulled it from our MLS. So for some reason we don't have you up there, please let us know. And it's going to be next Wednesday at Tumwater, March 22nd from 3 to 5, an exclusive event with like food and wine for all those who got a listing. And then for those of you that did not get a listing to kind of jumpstart January, February, we'll do some kind of contest for the spring.
Yeah, this was going to
To be
be at
determined.
Alaro, but then as our numbers grew, they decided that we were too big a crowd, so we had to move to another winery. And if you haven't been to Tumwater, it's absolutely beautiful. And it's out in West Lynn, so it's whatever,
It's like
15
it's
minutes
like
from
15
here.
minutes from here. So
Yeah.
that's nice too.
So
It's not too
it's
far.
closer. It's the third to drive, but
And their wine's good. I like.
and their
I like
wine
the
is
wine.
good. It's a beautiful facility. And if we're lucky, we'll have a sunny day so we can go outside on the patios, and they've got a
Don't
little
tease
water
it.
feature. It's pretty cool.
I love it. Okay, next up. Tanya, want to talk about this?
Yeah, if you haven't done a seminar, or even if you have, but you wanna take it to the next level, we have a complete playbook from Keller Williams. You'll walk out with it, but we're gonna go all the way through it, how you can partner up with, vendors, lenders.
So this could be
Anybody
like
that
first
might
time home
fit.
buyer seminar,
Yes,
investment property.
Investment properties, so you could have a financial advisor there, you could have a seminar on what it takes to buy a home, you can have an inspector there. You could do one with senior living, right, transitioning, like in
Mhm.
every possible way, but the playbook clearly lays out ways to go bigger and better with it.
I
Like the
love
full aspect of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. And yeah, Keller Williams published all these playbooks after family reunion. So Tanya's just going through a lot of the really good ones in these classes. So again, anyone can go to these, and it's a great chance you'll get a paper copy of the playbook, and then you'll learn some things. So
This is
a
seminars
good
that
one.
we give to our clients,
Yeah,
right?
this
Yeah.
is a good one.
So, when I was a younger agent in my 20s, I gave seminars on tax deferred exchanges and investing in real estate. And I was probably 25, 26, 27, 28, and I always packed the room. And if you want to build your client base, then you put on events and you invite your people. And it doesn't have to be, I did another one actually with my wife, and we rented out Pazzo's restaurant, and we had the chef show everyone how to make noodles and then make a meal. Was it Pazzo's? Tucci's, excuse me, Tucci's.
Mhm.
Everyone knows Tucci's in Lake Oswego, right? And we probably had, I picked my people that were giving me the most referrals, and I invited them to that and provided the wine, and we made our own meatballs, we made our own spaghetti, and it was really truly a crazy good event. And so I can tell you that once I rented the Silcox Hut, and I had my wife invite the friends of all my top referral people's wives. It was a wives weekend at Silcox Hut. So I didn't go. She went with all these ladies, some of which she didn't even know, but they're all so excited to go, and they had just a brilliant time if you've never been to Silcox Hut. So, you know, along my career, these are the things that I did to make sure that my clients remembered who I was. I rented the Crystal Dolphin on the Willamette River during Christmas when the Christmas boats were going up the Willamette, and invited 100 of my clients. And we had a magician, and we had a fortune teller, and then they served hors d'oeuvres and wine. And it was a 3-hour cruise on the Willamette for 100 of my clients. So, you know, it's something that when people start to get more and more inundated with email, which as the times get tough, realtors send more emails to their clients, thinking that that's going to generate business. It doesn't. You have to break through that, and you have to find a way to get face to face with your people. And client events are ways to get face to face with your people. And we have options where you really don't have to spend a lot of money. Obviously, you could bring in a CPA. We've had someone from an exchange company come in. You don't even have to talk today. Like, I was the only one talking because I, knew the stuff. But today you could just bring in a CPA, and you could bring in an exchange person, and then you could develop the agenda with them, and then invite your network of people that are thinking about investing. I'm telling you, we are near the next great window to buy real estate. It will probably be the second half of this year and 24 into 25. And it may be the last great time, it will be in my lifetime, to buy real estate. So when the economy starts to contract and things start to fall apart, this is what capitalism does. It eliminates all the stupidity in the system, and that's happening right now, and it will get worse. It creates amazing deals.
A good time to educate your clients.
It is a
about
great
investment
time to educate
opportunities.
your clients because they want to know. I just heard that over 50% of the baby boomers have no retirement plan. I had 2 baby boomers call me in 1 week that said, "We have no retirement plan. What can we do?" And I talked to them about setting up, buying investments where they can set up Airbnbs and VRBOs and trying to create extra income, because I have friends that are doing that. And so, if you don't know that stuff, you're less than average if you don't know that stuff. So
Yeah.
if you want to be less than average, then don't do it. And you won't survive in real estate. But if you want to participate in the best opportunity potentially in the history of America to buy real estate, it's when things are falling apart. I told my wife this weekend when they closed Silicon Valley Bank, Signature Bank, First Republic may go down now. What was the other one? The crypto bank that closed last weekend?
Silicon Valley.
No, it was another one that closed. I forget the name of it. Huh?
Signature Bank?
No, that was this weekend.
Oh.
Anyway, I told my wife, if we want to buy a yacht and a Rolex, this is the time to start looking. Because those guys made a ton of money in the last 8 or 9 or 10 years. They spent it all on frivolous things, and now they lose it overnight. And they have to get rid of their luxury cars, their Rolex watches, and their large boats. And so, guys, the opportunities are going to be in front of us, but it won't work if you're not making money. It won't work. You've got to figure out how to make money. And it's a perfect opportunity to make money because most of the realtors are going to check out.
Okay, wait, I want to add a couple things. So one takeaway, I'm going to call my husband and say, Dwight says we got to buy watches, boats right now.
Yeah, what?
Right?
Big boats.
Big boats, yachts only.
Sure, but-
Dwight's advice. But you can do these seminars and events here at our office for free.
Yeah.
And I got to give a shout out to Jael and Julie. Of course, neither of them are in the room right now, but they both have been here a little under a year, and they created a women's investing group. And they have had these events here in the evenings. And I came in, I was like, what's going on? Because there was 40 people here.
It's growing. Like the first time they did it wasn't that many
And I
people. Now it just keeps growing and growing.
They just hosted it here, but
Mhm.
they created it,
Yeah.
which is so cool. And it's just a big group of women collaborating who want to invest in real
They-
estate. So
And they brought so much value. Like the first time wasn't
Yeah.
that big, but the second time it almost doubled, didn't it?
and
Like,
they keep having guest
Mhm.
speakers, so they don't have to,
mhm.
be the experts. You just have to know the experts.
Mhm.
So there's a lot of things that don't cost a lot of money that you can do
Yeah,
too. And
yeah.
I think these seminars are a great one because, rather than providing a fun event, you're providing really true value
Education,
and
that's
education.
right. Well, you can do both. You can drink wine, have hors d'oeuvres, and learn,
Yes.
right? And we had someone in the office that did an event at CFM, so
What's that?
That was them too.
they did that one. Well, CFM
And
paid
they
for
paid
it,
for that,
Yeah.
yeah.
and I thought, oh my gosh! So
I think
no one's done one at their main store, which is right here. And They did it in the Tualatin one, but their main warehouse is right here. You could invite 200 people.
But they did a lot of marketing and they bought raffle baskets and stuff, but they didn't need to.
So CFM provided decorators. This is the thing. So in case you don't know the model, CFM has in-house decorators. They're independent contractors, but they get offices. So if you walk in and you say, is there a decorator I can talk to? Whoever's on call will come over and talk to you. And if you say, well, I want to redo my kitchen or my house or whatever it is, they'll walk you through and they'll show you what's popular. So what do you think they would come if you had 50 of your best clients there?
Mhm.
Like they would line up to try and be the ones that get to come and talk to your clients. And if you think about it, like my plan to do one this year is they have a carpet section, I'd have a decorator there. They have tiles and granite and whatnot, I'd have a decorator there. So that the people, my clients, would be able to just float around at each section, talk to a specialist that knows what's popular, what's selling. Here's our top seller, these are the new colors. And then we'll have food in the middle. And I don't really care if they stop and talk to me because I'm trying to provide an event that they can learn what they want to learn. So guys, these are not very expensive. And you get a client out of every single one, at least.
So we should all go to Tanya's class on Thursday. Get that playbook. Okay, let's move forward. So congratulations to all of our top agents year to date through February. We'll have March. So wait, go back. So for individual agents so far, and you know, this has been a hard start to the year, right? So we have Pam Waldman, Rita Wolf, Bradley King, Laura James, and Linda Heinrichs for our individual agents. And for our groups and teams, we have the Office of Gerald Bodel, Fox Real Estate Group, Ellison Team Homes, Team Schwab, and the Clark Group. So round of applause. And it's only February, so anyone can be up there.
Wait, is Team Schwab ahead of the Clark Group there?
Yes, that is true. So looking forward to seeing lots of new faces and names up there too as we go through the year. Okay, now Austin is going to teach us about Chat GPT. He started showing it to me the other day, and you know, there's a lot of fun uses for it, or you know, random things. But as far as like writing listing descriptions and letters to clients and things like that, I mean, it's
It's
shocking.
fun. And
So
some
I'll
of
just
you
let take it away.
may have experience with it. I'm still on the mic. Hi. Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna show you something real quick on the screen. Let me just switch the camera as well over to me so people on Zoom can see me. Hi. Okay. So. Oh, perfect. Okay. So I'm gonna share a screen, and I want you guys to look at these pictures real quick. And some of you may know the answer, so I'm just gonna ask it rhetorically. But what do all these images have in common? You see like a Shiba Inu dog with a French hat. You got a sunflower with sunglasses, like a kid's drawing of a futuristic like cityscape, teddy bear in New York City, things like that. All of these, what these have in common is each one of these was AI generated with a particular description that someone just wrote into a bar, like a search bar on an AI website, and AI created it. That dog isn't real. That teddy bear and then that cityscape isn't real. The sunflower with the sunglasses, not real. Like they're all fake and created by AI.
Okay, wait, so they don't find those photos.
No. They create them. Like these are not images that were like they asked for an image and the AI went and hunted them down. These were all created by AI from scratch. And so you see some of them, like, you know, the one obviously with the hand and the tree and the like that top one, that could probably, you can see like the fakeness in there. There's some interesting like, you know, artifacts to it that could be like, oh yeah, it's AI generated. But like, especially when you look at the dog or you look at the monkey or something like that, it's like, oh, it's just Photoshop. Photoshop's easy to do. No, these are all created on the fly with these prompts. And so there is options for you out there to, you know, this is all from DALL-E, DALL.E. And you can look that up. It's the same AI generator, or it's from the same company that creates ChatGPT. So OpenAI, you know, there's a bunch of high-end companies that have invested in OpenAI, like Microsoft has invested like $10 billion in it. I believe Elon Musk has invested money into it. So it's like, this is something that's going to expand, and looking in further into this year, it's going to change even more. Like who here has interacted with, like, whether it's, I mean, mostly probably Amazon, UPS, Microsoft, Apple, like who's gone to their website and like that little chat bar comes up, or when you have to like request a refund or something and you like type in a prompt, right? And then it responds to your prompt.
That's not a person?
No, right? It's crazy. No, but like it is a version of an AI, but it's very basic. Or like when you make a phone call to, like, I made a phone call to Home Depot the other day, and because I was like, I needed to ask for like one of their services, like, do they provide this particular service? Because I was like not able to do it at home. So I tried to get the prompt in the phone to get me to the right person. Could not do it because it was a very dumb AI. It was like the equivalent of a bicycle version of, like, when it comes to technology. But OpenAI, the way that it's set up, it's like a rocket ship. It's leaps and bounds ahead of what like any of us have interacted with in the past. Like there can be a very good chance in this next year that a lot of times when you chat with support, like with Amazon, you will never even actually know you're talking to an AI. It'll be completely like authentic and natural conversation.
And will you go back and just kind of give like an overview? So are like all of these websites, are they all Chat GPT, or is Chat GPT like one brand?
It's one brand. It's like OpenAI, the company that makes ChatGPT. It is probably the most prominent one, but it's there are other ones out there.
Wait, OpenAI
and
makes ChatGPT.
yeah, OpenAI makes ChatGPT, and you'll see, like, and I'm not going to go into like how you can embed that into a website, and there's a bunch of ways that's how a lot of times, like Microsoft right now just rolled out with Bing, that instead of a single search bar like how Google has, it's like a one-line search bar. It's now a paragraph, and you have 1,000 characters to work with on the search engine, and you should pretty much say like, hey, I have my nephew, I'm throwing a surprise birthday party for my 14-year-old nephew. He likes race cars and Fortnite, and I'd love to have like, what's a good theme that I can do? And you can pretty much create like a explanation of what you want, and then Bing will go in and be like, here's everything you need. It's not just necessarily a search function where it's like you tell what you want, like what's on your mind, and it will just search it. And so there's options like that. So a lot of mediums or a lot of businesses will use ChatGPT in their business, but you can just go straight to their website, and it is free, by the way. You can just create an account with your Google or Microsoft account, and it saves all your logs. And so I do want to show that. I will pull over this. And so this is what ChatGPT looks like. And I'm going to show some examples of how you can use this in real estate. And I already created some of the prompts. I just have a template that I'm just going to copy and paste in just for the sake of time. But one of the things, and some of the agents I see here, I've demonstrated this with, one thing you can do is, let's say you have a listing coming up and you want to create a description for this house. So I'm terrible at descriptions. I'm terrible at adjectives. And so with this, what you're able to do is just put in the description of the house, like the bullet points of what you know about the house. And I realized I increased the square footage of this one. I'm going to increase the size there. And so yeah, if you just Google Chat GPT, it's going to be the first one here introducing it. And so you go into here, click this try button, and it's going to prompt you to log in with your either like a Google account or your Microsoft account, or just like your own account. You can create one just from scratch. But then it's going to pull you into here, and it's going to log in all of your chats that you've had in the past, so you can refer back to them. But with this, I have here's the information. It's 3-bed, 2-bath, 760 square feet, mid-century modern, located in Milwaukee, carport, large backyard with chicken coop and garden, and off the Milwaukee Expressway. Mia, you might recognize some of this. I'm just using what we talked about in the past. But if I press enter, what's going to happen is immediately it's going to start thinking about what to write. Now, keep in mind, this is a very popular app. So as I'm looking at this right now, it is pretty slow. It does tell you and gives you a heads up, hey, if this is really busy, there could be, it's like you can upgrade to a plus version, and it will, it'll give you more like a priority access. Like typically, sometimes this can be almost instant, but the more busy it is, the slower it is. Yeah.
Can you
Blow it up. There you go. So it starts generating this, and it looks like it's typing in real time. It typically doesn't do this. But you can see like it takes what I put in and it just starts creating a very authentic, natural description. And so this is taking a little while, but what I want to do is, let's see if I can actually, it's working. I know, right? But now if I go,
Yes.
anything faster. But no, when I did this earlier this morning, when I tested it, it was like instant. So I'm imagining whether, high schoolers will use this for assignments. That's a gray area of ethics. But
Now, once it gets popular.
yeah, and
All the professors are banning it.
yeah, and so like there's Mhm. Well, like I was talking to someone a while ago because I was asking about that, and they were like, yeah, when a lot of times professors will ask, or they'll say like, you have to create a certain word essay, and they give their criteria for your grade, and sometimes they'll give you a little leeway of grammatical errors. You could pretty much say create a 2,000 word essay on igneous rocks, and then just say like, and add 4 grammatical errors into this, and it will do it. Make it sound more human. It'll do it. But anyway, so this goes in. I'm going to stop generating it. But now let's say this is too long. Like it's not going to fit in RMLS. I want something a little more brief. I could say just make this 300 characters or less. And now it's going to say the same thing. There it goes. Now it's sped up a bit. Boom. And you can take pretty much exactly that and put it right into RMLS. And then let's say I forgot to add that it has an open floor plan. Click enter. And then here it is. And it'll just add that it has an open floor plan in there. And then let's say I just wanted to make it extended a little bit more. I can say make the sound more professional in 400 characters. Boom.
Dwight Peter, you guys were carrying around those books. You have and you too, right?
I never.
Oh, you never had the books.
I was just after, it was so great, but I never used it.
So with this, and like I've had some fun with it. Like I had one time I was like, make this, I think I showed you, Karina, I was like, make this sound like Donald Trump. It worked, and it's his way of talking, right? But I've also done where, like, let's say you need a bio for yourself. You need to create something for your website or just something to put out there to let people know about you and why they should work with you. I created this. I said, write a bio for Austin Bean's real estate profile. And I gave like he was born in Portland. He's also practicing real estate, been in the industry for 3 years, boom, boom, boom. And then I can click enter, and it's going to create a bio for me with exactly like, and just add like these, these little things here and there that maybe I just don't think of, or I just don't have the time. But then I could say, this was a little short, but I could say make this 750 characters or less, because fun fact, Google business page can only have 750 characters. And so if you accidentally made a bio of 1,500 characters, shorten it or lengthen it if you need to.
It's making you sound like you purchased every transaction fresh, something to the open mind. That's pretty impressive.
Right?
What are some other ways you guys would think to use this for business?
People use it for blogs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I did one where I was like, what are some cheap, fun date ideas in Portland while training? It gave me 7 super detailed Portland ideas. And it was like things I never even thought about. And then what was interesting was, and I removed it from the chat here because I was trying to just consolidate stuff. But one of the ones was like, you can go to this museum in Portland. It's in an indoor museum, and every 3rd Saturday there's a discount that you can. It was like it told me like all this stuff, and like it told me when discounts are, when's the best time to go, like all of this information, and it pulls from the internet and gives you like, it's almost like a concierge in a way. So you don't have to, how many times do you go into Google and you search, and no matter what you do, you cannot find the answer. You have to like very particularly set it up. You just naturally talk to this. But you can also do this for And there's ways you can do it. We're not going to go into it because it's very advanced, but you can use, like, people in certain websites can use this for lead generation. There's a lot of things that can be done, and I'm interested to see, you know, what real estate venues like even Keller Williams uses with this.
Yeah.
Like, I know they were talking about AI integration in some form, that family reunion in one of the slides. As for what that's going to entail, don't know, but it is really cool. But
Yeah, and you can, I just thought, like, based on what Patrick just said about blogs or newsletters or like postcards, you could say like, okay, what are some of the upcoming Easter egg hunts in like Oswego or in Portland, right? And then use that as like, you know, so anything, just to pick something up.
yeah, and even like email templates, like if you needed to correspond with someone, or just follow up with them, you could say, I need to follow up with Daniel about our last phone call 2 months ago. You know, we talked about this and that. He was looking to maybe start, you know, looking for homes in April, you know, something like that. And it'll you know, curate an email for you in email format that you can do for follow-ups. And that's a good way for you to just create something a little more natural, that maybe you start overthinking things and it just takes forever. You get writer's block and it takes, you know, so it speeds up a lot of that process. So
Yeah.
but yeah, that's,
Kelly's getting ideas of how we can.
yeah, no, and
Right?
here's the thing. The title of today's meeting, I think, was, what was it? It was something about it was Revolutionizing Real Estate, Harnessing the Power of AI for Agents. That title, I asked ChatGPT what's a good title I could have for a class, and it created that. So I thought of the title because of ChatGPT. Sorry, I'm not as original anymore. I'm really crutching on this, but just show you examples. Yeah, and there was, and I did ask, there was like last week when I was thinking about this, I asked like, hey, I'm going to teach a segment on, like a 10-minute segment on, you know, using AI in real estate. Can you create a short detailed outline of a class? And it created an outline with bullet points, numbers, everything. I looked at it and it goes, like I said, it goes a little more advanced than what I wanted to show here. So I didn't necessarily use it, but it created an outline. So if you wanted to teach a class, like a seminar on a specific thing, you can start with a prompt, create the seminar outline, and then as you're reading through it, be like, remove this line, maybe add something about this, whatever, and then it'll just start curating that outline for you. So that's something you can integrate into a class you want to teach clients.
You're in a free version?
Yeah, so it is in what's called free research preview. That's just, it's in this, it says February 13th version. This, from what I was talking with Tyler, our IT guy, he was saying like right now ChatGPT's in this, you know, it's like version 3.2 or 3.3 or something like that. And as time goes on and as it curates and interacts with more people, it starts to learn and it starts to adapt how it become more accurate, less biased, things like that. They said by the end of Q2 it's supposed to become 4.0, which is what they're saying, like it's supposed to be 500 times more powerful than what it is now, and it's supposed to almost be what they're saying is the, like, kind of their first official true AI. And it's going to start chewing pictures and stuff like that through this as well.
Is there a limit to how many times you can do this in the free version?
Not right now. There's not a limit. It will limit you if it's a high, you know, if it's high traffic time. Like it was just doing there, it slowed down. But there is no limit for what you want to do. If you wanted to use the other, like DALL-E with the images, there is, you get 50 free generations at the beginning, and then 15, it like replenishes 15 generations per month for you. So that one is, for the free version, is limited, but this is unlimited as of right now. So use it while it is free, because who knows?
2 websites a month.
Yes.
I don't have a question, but to your question about how we can use this in our business, one of the things that I always struggle with is like putting captions in social media and Instagram.
Yes.
So I just tested it out and it was amazing. I said, create a social media post for a delicious coffee shop with a lot of seating and great lighting, and make it 100 characters or less. And it gave me 1 sentence, it gave me hashtags, emojis, everything. Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, now I can post that every couple of days.
Yeah.
There we go. I just prompted it to add emojis to my bio, and there you go.
Pretty cool.
That is a lot of emojis.
Are there any?
Way.
Like, I mean, it's so new, I imagine not, but.
Well, your ads still have to gear, right? They have to be truthful in nature, they can't imply that you have a real estate company. You know,
I said way too many emojis. It apologized to me. No, and I've had a time where I said, tell me a dark joke. Like, you know, but it does have parameters. It will tell you if something is against its guidelines. So if you tried to do something like, I think at one time I was testing, we weren't firing anyone, but I just want to see what it did. If you wanted, like, you know, that awkward conversation that employers have to have in firing someone, I was like, we need to, I don't know why this guy, we don't have any Daniels here. So I was like, fire Daniel for bad performance. And it just gave me a detailed email of firing Daniel. And I was like, and I think on one of the prompt was, I know, but it was like, I think I said, make this mean and rude. And it then just, it pretty much, well, it taught me a lesson. It ground, like, yeah. It's like, we don't, it's like that, this, and it actually even said, like, especially in sensitive situations like firing someone, you should not be mean. I was like, oh gosh, okay. Yeah. And then I was like, I even I sent it back saying, like, I'm sorry, I just wanted to see what it looked like. I wasn't going to send it. And it was just like, regardless, you shouldn't be even doing it. Like, it was like, okay, cool. And so
You're better than me.
I had a lesson with yeah.
What would you get if you upgrade the plus? Like, what capabilities do you have that you don't get for free plus?
Yeah, so then you get priority access, faster response speed, and then access to new features as they roll out.
$20 a month is up.
Yeah, especially depending on how often you're going to use it. Like, this is, I mean, this could save a ton of time.
Well, one of the hardest things to do is to write ads for your listings.
Yeah, social media stuff for sure.
You can just want to go, you write the ad, you can give your parameters, you say, and comply with fair housing guidelines, and then probably.
Well, that's interesting.
I'm sure that would.
Yeah.
Then if you create that, there's no reason why I wouldn't know that.
Just to make sure I understand. Not only are you asking it to write, but you said you can ask it a question and it'll answer. So you could ask it like, when are home prices gonna fall?
There is some limitations when it comes to real-time data. So you have to kind of think about, like, I think I asked once, like, median, what was it? Did I have it on here? Oh yeah, Lake Oswego median price. Let's see, when I was having a conversation with it. But like, what's the median household price in Lake Oswego? I don't have friends. I'm just kidding. No, so
You do know.
but it says, like, as an AI language model, I do not have access to real-time data. My training goes up to 2021, therefore I cannot provide you with current median household. However, and it will go into this information. So it'll give you some, yeah, and this is where you have any dark jokes. And it's like, I do not condone or endorse any type of offensive humor. But I did ask, like, what is the Keller Williams mission? And it did say the Keller Williams is a real estate company mission to provide careers worth having, businesses worth owning, and lives worth living. So it does go in, like, it can pull a lot of very useful information in. But as you play with it, you just kind of learn about the limitations, and we'll see new items and features roll out, and it could be real-time data could roll out at some point. But yeah.
Pretty cool. Wait, so this is ChatGPT.
Yeah, so if you just, I mean, I would just Google it because it's like openai.com. But if you just, yeah, Google ChatGPT or DALL-E.
Wait, and then what's OpenAI.com?
That's Dell. There we go.
That's a different one?
No, OpenAI is the parent company
Oh,
that makes it. But ChatGPT is its service. And then DALL-E is the AI, like, realistic images and art. So you can do this, and it's a similar format. So it's like by OpenAI. You can try DALL-E, and then we'll give you.
You do have an app. I have an app on my phone.
Yeah.
wow. No, what did
There's a
you
bunch
use
of-
it for?
Just the same thing that Lauren was just saying, just playing around with it, just saying, hey, we put this together and then. But we have a website for the Hawaii project. I thought about doing all the blogs because I cannot.
Yeah.
I get a draining blog every time I sit down and write a blog. So yeah, we're gonna start that.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, that's what she-
I love it. If you have any questions? Or just want to just like open hours, we'll help you. with
Yeah,
that.
it's fun.
I mean, it's fun and it's really useful for business.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so there's another aspect of this too, which is chat is largely funded by Microsoft, and guess who else? Elon Musk. And Elon Musk is developing Neuro,
Oh, the Neuralink.
Neuralink, right? So Neuralink is the implant that we would all have in 10 years, that we can operate our phone without even speaking. And he's also doing his AI robots, right? And so when I saw this article come out that Microsoft is integrating it now into their platform, I bought Microsoft stock. And I think that one thing that happens as you go into a shift and banks fail and other things happen is people start to sell their stock. And so, it's fairly likely that we'll have a correction in the stock market this year and things will be cheaper to buy. And so my thought was that I'll buy more when that happens, because now, Microsoft was one of the first companies to build data centers because they're storing all of the Windows data, for example, and companies upload all their data into it as well. And then there's all kinds of uses. So they'll integrate it into Windows, so you can do your searches and you'll be able to use it, and they'll offer it for businesses as well. And Google's is Bing, right?
What?
Is it Google's Bing?
No, Google is.
And then
Microsoft.
Microsoft.
Bard.
Oh, what's it called?
Bard is Google's AI that they're working on.
Yeah.
Given some issues, but.
So that now we're going to see a race between the platforms of Windows and Google to see who can integrate their AI into the point where it's the most functional, and that's the one that's going to sell the most. So if you're thinking about it from the investment perspective and you just funded your retirement plan, it might be worthwhile to just watch them. Put them on your watch, if not put some money in, because that's the future, right?
Yeah.
So
Pretty cool. Dwight says some wealth building advice. I'll take it.
wealth building.
Yes. Okay. You want to add anything else, Austin, before we switch gears? Okay, let's switch
Good stuff. Thank
gears.
you.
That is really cool. So, for the last part of the meeting today, we want to talk about all of the different communities and segments now that Keller Williams has, because there has been a lot more added, right? We've always had commercial and luxury, but then there's been so many more. So, Austin, before you show this, will you show everyone how to get to where they can go back to all this info?
Yeah.
So if you go to KW Connect.
Log in, but. Yeah, real quick. All right, so you can go, when you go to KW Connect, same login as commands in my KW. You can go up here to communities. And if you go right here to my communities or explore communities, you can actually, so explore communities is
All of them.
Is all of them, right? You can click explore. It's gonna get you here.
And then if you click on each of those, it'll tell you more information. So we'll give you a little blip on each of them today, but this is how you can access more information, how you could sign up, it'll have contact info of who to reach out to for questions and some of the benefits that are included with the different memberships and who their leadership is. So, okay, let's go back. So KW commercial, this one, we have a lot of people already in commercial. Grace, one of them. No one else in the room. But KW commercial is $199 a month for the commercial membership that gives you the resources. For commercial, there's a little bit more to it because you do have to have somebody that's going to mentor you if you're new getting into it. But basically for the membership within Keller Williams to access the tools, it's $199 a month. Okay, next one. Land. So KW Land, and Matt is a member of KW Land, right? So
We
this
joined too.
you did too. Cool. So this one, it's a lot of agriculture land, timberland, anything land, right? So this one is $35 a month. And a lot of these have, if you buy an annual price, you can pay less or some different things, but we kind of just want to give you the big picture. And the benefit of any of these communities that we're going to talk about is it will show up in your Connect bio, which is what links to the referral section in Command. So if people are looking for a referral agent in Oregon and they're like, I want someone who's land designation, you guys would pop up, right? So specifically looking for commercial. So that's kind of true with any of these. And then some of them have a lot of them have specific private Facebook groups where you can share referrals, things like that. So they're all structured a little different, But just kind of like the lay of the land is a good one for $35. The land, so many land. There's not a lot of people that do land either. Okay, next one. Luxury. So we have a lot of people in our office in luxury. So luxury does not cost money anymore. This is a qualifying one. And the parameters right now are you have to sell 5 houses that are over 800,000 within a 24-month period. So, I mean, in our area, that's not as difficult. So we have a lot of you guys that qualify for luxury. And if you don't qualify as a luxury agent overall, and when you do qualify, that allows you to use all the branding, the marketing, have some different resources, the different like private community groups. But if you aren't luxury, but you have a luxury listing, you can still use the resources and the branding for that listing. Awesome. Will you just bop back to the communities page for a sec? Sorry, or is it too hard? Okay, go to the back again. Just like, okay, now go to communities. Okay, now hover. So KW Luxury, everyone has that choice. That will tell you about KW Luxury, like if you want to join. If you are a member, then you'll see the Luxury Hub right below it, and you'll see that's where like additional resources and things like that are. But if you just have a listing, you and you're not a luxury qualified person, you'll just go to the KW Luxury tab. But that's kind of the difference. A lot of times people will ask about the difference between those two.
Yeah, it has magazines, social media toolkits,
all the things, right?
Yeah.
And then if you go to any of the Keller Williams events, there'll be like private luxury events and masterminds and all kinds of things. So, and chime in if you guys have questions about any of these as we're going through them. Okay, next up, KW Military. So military this is for anyone who's an active service member, a veteran, retired, or if a family member is a veteran, and you to have this ship, huh? Oh, military.
Family members.
Oh yeah. Family members, any of those. They can be active or veteran or any of those two. So Tanya is a KW Military ambassador. And if you want to be KW Military, you go into your command profile and update it there, and that's how it links. And that is no charge, right, for the basic KW Military. But they do have now a KW Military Pro that is $199 a month. And so there's different. Oh, they have a luxury pro now? Okay, good to know. Yeah, they're kind of, some of them, as we've gone through these, some of them have always been free. Some of them there's added costs, but I think, yeah, the free ones, they're adding a free version, and then that's good to know. So it just additional features, additional things. Yes, when you go to each of those pages, it'll tell you exactly what it goes to.
and in your
what are
marketing
you doing?
profile, in your settings,
Oh,
you're
look
able
at
to, under affiliations, select which military affiliation that you are: National Guard, supporter, military family member, Gold Star family, military spouse, veteran, reserves, active duty.
Mhm.
And why is that important?
I mean, one of the big things is a lot of like, is another part of the referral system. So people can filter or sort by military, especially, it's a strong community. So a lot of times people want to support other military members or fellow military members. Things like
What
that.
people?
Americans. I don't know. Like,
Military.
agents, other agents, but
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically there's two main purposes of all these communities. One of them is offering resources, right? But then the other one is the community of referrals. Okay, next one.
Can I just make a point on this? And I've talked about this before. Okay. Okay, I'll be short. We joined land because the other 180,000 Keller Williams realtors that have clients interested in coming to Portland look in the referral network to figure out who they're going to send the referral to. That's like the number one thing. And so if you don't have if you were a military person, like I have a nephew who's a Marine that called me and said, never mind, I won't go off because I have limited time. But if you're a military person or you're luxury, I put in luxury. My son is commercial. I just now joined land because I want people to realize that I know how to do land, and Cameron does a lot of land in our commercial. It's a fishing net, right? And so each time you have another designation, your net gets bigger for people who are looking for realtors to refer their clients to in the Keller Williams system. Well, why is that important? It's important because Portland and Oregon are still in migration states, barely. Portland is barely, or Oregon is barely. But in the past, when we were number 1 or 2 or 3 in migration, you would be getting a lot of referrals. And I've told this story that in one year I made 36,000 just in KW referrals that came through Connect. So you have to go in, jazz up your bio. So if a third party is looking at it from across the country that doesn't know you, you have the right ingredients in it, so they'll pick up the phone and call you before anyone else.
Yes.
So
Languages too.
that language is huge. I had somebody that gave me a referral out of Seattle, and they said they picked me because I had over 35 years of experience in Portland, and they decided they wanted somebody that knew Portland really well for their client, which is a little odd. Like, you know, I never really thought that would lead to a referral, but it closed.
Yeah.
So,
And that adds like another component of like making sure, and I think Austin helps everyone with this, making sure your bio has something. Like if I'm ever looking to send a referral to another state and I see somebody doesn't even have a bio, you didn't even put a bio in, like, right, picture. So, but these are, I mean, Tanya has gotten referrals from KW military. Grace and I talked, Grace speaks Korean, and the first day she joined us, she was like, I got a referral from different Keller Williams office of somebody looking for a Korean speaking agent. And I was like,
was that through the network?
Day one. That's pretty good, right?
Right.
But so if you speak other language, you want to put those in there too. And they're going to be adding a lot more networks. There is like a KW Arabic network coming soon. There's a bunch of different other communities and things like that too. Okay, let's buzz through these last ones. New homes. So this is all about, there's a lot of knowledge components to the new home one. You're learning about how to work with builders, just like specializing and getting in with new home partnerships in our area. This is $199 a month. So this one changed a little bit. They used to have a little bit of a different pricing structure, but now the new homes is $199 a month. And yep. Okay, let's go. Yeah, relocation. This is a new one. So this is exciting. KW relocation. So relocation is also $199 a month. But you're networking to be the relocation go-to. So not only is it just a referral source for people relocating, but there is additional training components and different ways to access new leads from relocation through this program. So this could be a really exciting one. It's brand new, so I can't speak to its efficacy, but it seems like it's a really good opportunity. Okay, sports and entertainment. Jenny Hill is actually the regional ambassador for sports, the KW Sports and Entertainment. And this is for like sports stars and anyone famous, right? And it's just supporting those types of clientele is a little bit different. You're working with their like managers and things like that a lot. Right. And there's a lot more close-knit lead sharing within that community. And so also that one is $199 a month as well. Next one, this is another new one, KW Style by Design. So this is all about like staging in a box, and with the membership, that's also $199 a month. You get just different like masterminds and marketing resources about style and design. Again, this is a brand new one. So check out all these. That's why I wanted to make sure we showed how to get to all these so you can kind of dig in and see the value of some of these. Okay, a couple more. KW Wealth. We talk a lot about wealth here. This is a lot about creating passive incomes for your family. This one's also $199 a month. So check that one out. KW Wellness, another brand new one. This is all about your health, your wellness overall. There is a free basic membership to this one that has like a monthly meeting. And then there's also a KW Wellness Plus version that's $59. So there's a bunch of different components of well-being within wellness. There is like one sector that's all for people that are sober. There's some other like different things that if like focus areas within wellness, like health and otherwise. So again, another cool one to check out, but that one you can go to the monthly webinars for free. And then KW Young Professionals. So the Portland chapter of the Young Professionals just launched last year. So that's pretty exciting. Young Professionals is $39 a month, and Austin's on the board.
Austin Ramey, so two Austins. Austin Ramey is the vice president on Jenny Hill's team. This next Saturday we're going to this month is a social event. So it varies between classes, networking, social, and we're going to the Winterhawks game, and there's like a happy hour social before that, like it's all free included as part of the membership. So we're just gonna hang out and have fun.
So cool. That's awesome. And again, like just a good referral sharing group. Okay, and then the last one of the day is the KW Rainbow Network. So this is for LGBTQ plus professionals and allies. So anyone can join this one, and there is no cost to join this one. You just fill out a whole thing. But this referral network is very impressive. Like right now, I just saw the updated stat. They have 3,800 members, and they have exchanged, hold on, they have 3,800 members, and they've exchanged 18,000 referrals between those 3,800 members.
So I think actually.
You have it? Or is it 19? Whoa, I was way off. Just kidding. Don't trust me. Hold on. 1,800 members. I'm sorry. 1,800 members, 4,500 referrals sent. See, I should have written it down.
Yeah.
Okay.
For a reason.
So over that's like 2 or 3 referrals for every person, right? That's pretty good. So that is like a really high turn on your investment there. Yeah, it used to be 1,737.
Your investment's free.
Your investment's free. You're just your time and energy. But the Rainbow Network is one of the few ones that post their referral stats. It'll be exciting to see when more of them like post the referral stats. And then of course there's all kinds of good events. You shouldn't do it just to get referrals. You should do it to like be part of celebrating the diversity for that one. But there's all kinds of different like meetups and events as well. Any questions about any of the communities today? There's lots of good opportunities just to connect, and it's always good to be looking at like where and how you want to grow within Keller Williams. And I think it's really cool to see, like, even if you're not going to join any of these now, just to think about like in the future, you could really get specialized on relocation or new homes or luxury or commercial or land or any of them, and really specialize your business. And then there's some of the other ones that are just really good for networking. And that is a wrap. So I hope you guys all have a great day. Come to Code of Ethics tomorrow if you need it, and have a great day.
And shift on Thursday.
And shift on Thursday.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks. Thanks.